Hi, my name is Jen. I'm a construction survey engineer here at Student Durbods. A typical day for me looks like heading out into the field with my data collector and my rover, compatible with our Trimble GPS system. I will head out and do on-site layout as well as record point, and then head back to the shop and import them into an as-built. Don't let being a woman in construction stop you. Use it as an opportunity. Just being a woman, I don't honestly look at it any differently. Everyone has been super willing to help me out, and I'm always just here to do the best that I can.
Surveyors are getting solid reply to the social media posts about job stress. In the United States, surveyors had a median annual wage of about $72,000 in May 2024, with about 3,900 openings a year projected from 2024 to 2034. It is important for me to keep giving you the statistics, because we can't be encouraging blue-collar jobs without showing you the real numbers behind why I'm encouraging a lot more, especially women, to get into these roles instead of flooding our social media algorithms with crying about being laid off. Options are always there. The BLS says the job grows 4% and surveyors make precise measurements of property boundaries and construction work.
Was nobody going to tell me that getting a history degree was completely useless? When I chose my major, I didn't really do a lot of research on the job market for history grads. My counselor didn't warn me either, but it's literally backfiring right now. Graduated 8 months ago and I can barely get an interview. To the point that I started door dashing and using the Sparrow app just to get by and make money. Even started applying to warehouse and fast food positions in hopes of finding something full-time. So if you've been in my position before, please give me advice on what to do. Degree basically useless at this point. Was nobody going to tell me that getting a history...
Yes, your degree is completely useless at this point. I will be using US data, and I also need to put my disclaimer out. It is not about attacking women. Again, it is about backing the women who are telling other women to move into work that still has room. In 2024, women worked in construction and extraction occupations at the highest level ever, with over 366,000 women in those jobs, but they still made up only 4.3% of construction trade workers. If you want steadier work, you have to stop waiting on clerical openings to fix your problem.
A few years ago, I had no idea what a surveyor's job involved. Now, I'm an apprentice surveyor in the Power Networks team. My apprenticeship includes a week each month at university working towards my degree in rural enterprise and land management, but most of my time is spent on site or in the office. I start the day with a tea round. I then had a meeting to review the current progress of the project I'm working on. My role involves working with landowners to arrange access for construction works to begin. These projects can range from developing wind farms to installing underground cables. One day, I can be in the office preparing paperwork for land access. Another day, I might be attending landowner meetings. Today, I'm on site recording the condition of the land to ensure everything is properly documented before construction begins. I then complete the condition report and we all head into town for a well-deserved drink. A few years ago, I had no idea what a surveyor's job involved.
So basically, it has the best of both worlds. She works in an office, she works in the field, and at the same time, if you have all the equipment and software necessary, some of them even work from home. So look at surveying. BLS also says surveyors usually need a bachelor's degree. It must be licensed before they can certify legal documents or provide surveying services to the public. And they typically get internship or residency, as you're seeing in this video. Training on the job is also mandatory. And here's why these social media posts, they actually make sense. Surveyors, they make precise measurements, they update boundary lines, and they prepare sites for construction so legal disputes do not happen later.
So we're out here doing a boundary and existing condition survey for a 150-acre property. The problem is, it is a cornfield.
I really like...
And it's looking like this. In some places, it's probably, close to my shoulders. It's crazy because when we were out here last week, it was my knees or hips in certain areas. These were not this full of water last week either. For reference, I'm almost 6 feet tall.
6'5".
So this corn is very tall. Thank God we flew this site with a drone before the corn grew, so we could actually see the ground. On this survey, we're just kind of going through and picking up major elevation shifts and overhead utilities. Just really obvious stuff. Overall, not too bad of a day, but it is getting very hot. It's gonna be 90 degrees here soon.
Again, they work in both field and office settings, and when they are outside, they may walk long distances and stand for long periods in bad weather. And that is real work right there. It needs judgment, it needs accuracy, and it needs field skills. And here is the part a lot of people keep missing. BLS says surveyors, they'll still be needed for boundary lines, construction sites, road repair, and mining. And it also says drones and other technologies may limit growth somewhat by improving productivity.
I have 2 bachelor's degrees, but I'm currently unemployed and I'm trying to find a job and I'm not able to find a job. I feel like if you are not currently looking for a job right now in today's job market, then you will not understand how actually hard it is to find a decent paying job. Even if you have all the credentials, I have 2 degrees, I have experience, I have a good resume, I have it all. And I'm still not able to find anything. And people ask me, like, what do you want to do? Like, what's your, dream career? What's your dream job? And honestly, I don't have one. I don't dream of working. I don't want to work. There's no career or job that I can think of that I would be like, yeah, I would love to do that every single day and spend more of my time there than in my home that I pay a crap ton of money for. No, I don't dream of working. My dream life, my dream day is to wake up by the beach or some body of water and drink my coffee and read my book, then take an afternoon nap and then read my book inside and then have a nice dinner. That's my dream daily life. But I know in order to get there, I need some kind of money, and monopoly money won't work. So that means I have to get a good paying job, but those are not available.
Good paying jobs are available. You just don't want to do them. And you said it yourself. You don't want to work. You just want to stay home and enjoy the home that you paid for, but you need to find money in order to pay for it. So it's just a confusion of ambition and a little bit of delusion right there. And that is the point right now. Technology is helping to drive out a lot of the jobs, but it does not erase the jobs that I'm pointing out in terms of the blue-collar jobs. The clerical lane is a different story. BLS says office and administrator support is projected to decline 4% from 2024 to 2034. And the agency says automated systems, including AI, they are expected to contribute to that decline happening now. And why people, they keep chasing the desk jobs and keep running into the same wall, being laid off.
So you think we stroll around site in full glam, just supervising from a distance, right? No, you have no idea. The sweat under that helmet, dragging that 5 kg steel wood through the mud. Wow, Spider-Man, you may be a mayor or scaffolding her. We are always holding drawings in one hand, to measure in the other hand, confirming measurement and alignment. That you think we came here to put. And our banner who did oknonopa. Nakamekwa site and Kamini day. They also a bema disana danopa. From plan site will be Jumande. Obe frago kosalulu. Hata. Most people think that we don't know the names, let alone the uses of the machine we use on site. But my guy, don't play. Those were our foundation. You people think that we are scared of height and heavy machinery. But now, the only thing we are scared of is our concrete drying before our vibrator gets there. So because I'm using my break time to fix my messy hair, because you use yours to eat in tea, and you may pass side to say me like, and you also pass side to say obedi. I don't mean it of yes or no, but so you think we stroll around site in full glam just to
anytime they get emotional, their native language comes out and then you can't understand one thing they're saying. They could be insulting you, but you have to just stay there and take it. Surveying actually sits in a better spot where work is concerned now because the work is tied to land, buildings, legal records, and field measurements. The OECD says jobs that rely on manual skills and strength, they tend to have low AI exposure. Surveying is not all manual labor, but it still depends on field work and licensed human judgment, which makes it harder to automate than clerical work.
It's about what exactly do I do for work? I'm a silviculture surveyor. I'm also a silviculture forester in training. So basically, everything post-harvest. At the moment, I'm assessing these trees that were planted about 5 years ago, and I'm just going in to assess the tree health, any brushing concerns. Got into this work because I was a tree planter. A lot of tree planters kind of go into this kind of work after, and I recommend it to anyone who really enjoys being outside, anyone who enjoys learning about the forest, and anyone who likes walking.
You're not looking to get rich when you go into these lines of work. You're just looking to keep yourself busy and staying away from the office and desk job which is more susceptible to being laid off. And that is why women pushing this message are actually making sense. They're not telling other women to settle, they are pointing to a job with pay, a real training path, and a place in construction, engineering, and property work. In the broader construction trades, women, they are still only about 4.3% of workers, while in construction management, they are about 10.5%, and in construction and building inspectors, they are about 11.5%, and that tells you the gap is still wide. So when someone says they cannot find work, the hard question is simple. Did you only look at the same shrinking clerical jobs, or did you look at the job that still needs people with skills?
You want to know what really me off at the moment is I have two degrees, okay? A bachelor's in science and a master's in science, and I still can't get a job. I even have experience. It's not even like I just graduated and like I'm fresh, looking for a job, never had a job in my life. I've worked since the age of 14, okay, continuously. Since 14, for context, I'm nearly 26. I have worked in clinical research in London. Like I have worked in the NHS continuously since 2020, right? During COVID, I was working in a hospital, worked in a lab, worked in admin, like worked in clinical healthcare, worked in research. I would like to think that my CV is pretty all right, but can I find a job? No. I've applied for do you know what? It's not even that I've applied for loads of jobs, because there's no jobs relevant to what I want to do. Like I want to work in clinical research. Or like something like data analysis, anything like that. And I cannot find a job. I was meant to start a job a few months ago as a clinical trial coordinator, which is like getting me back into research, getting me back into what I want to do. And the hospital pulled the position after they'd offered it to me and everything because they had no money. And I'm getting really annoyed because I just want to do what I want to do. Like I want to make a difference. I want to work.
Yeah, and the survey just came out showing why British women are the most angriest across Europe. And it actually shows right here, the entitlement is off the chain. And this is just years and years and years of built up manifesting itself right here, what we have done to our women. But surveyors are relevant right now. And that is why this message will land. The data is clear, the desk work keeps getting squeezed because surveyors still have pay, they still have openings, and a part that needs training and licensing. So when women encourage other women to step into that field, they are making a practical move, not a trend.
The best quantity surveyors I've ever worked with are women. There's no doubt that the construction industry is heavily male dominated, but I worked with plenty of women who are quantity surveyors, commercial managers, and even commercial directors. And some of the most competent, some of the most intellectual, and some of the ones with the most understanding of how money works are women. So if you're a woman and you're watching this, make sure you research about quantity surveying, the job, the title, the industry. And if you're looking for other options such as law, medicine, accounting, investment banking, and you don't know, make sure you do your research about quantity surveying. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you can't get into the construction industry. Some of the best women get into this and they dominate.
If you want more videos like this, like the video and subscribe. Also, please share it. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. The links are in the description box below. Stay sharp, stay educated, and I'll catch you in the next one.